Algebra 2. Well, we've been solving for two equations, trying to find the x and y for two equations that will work for both, true for both equations. But now we're going to actually have three equations here, three variables, and we have to solve for all three. So this is going to be the most basic problem that you're going to see, because fortunately we already know what z is. We have x, y, and z. Now we're going to write our answer just like we do a coordinate, but now we have 3. Now we know already that says z is equal to 4, so there we go. So now we're going to move our way up. If we know z is 4, we're going to take y plus 3z, y plus 3z. Instead of saying z, now we can actually say times 4 equals 10. Therefore we have y plus 12 is equal to 10. Subtract the 12. Now we have y is equal to negative 2. So now we know what y is, and now we just need to find what x is. Well, we know z is 4, y is negative 2, so we're going to try to solve for x here. We have 2x, let me make a barrier there, 2x minus 3 times y, which is negative 2, minus z, which is 4, and this should equal 10. So that gives us 2x plus 6 minus 4 equals 12. Don't forget, negative times negative is a positive. So we get 2x plus 2 is equal to 12. Now we're going to subtract 2 to move it over. So we have 2x is equal to 10. Last step, divide by 2. X is equal to 5. So there we go. We have 5, negative 2, and 4. So that's how we solve for three variables. But again, this is going to be the easiest type of problem because we already know what one variable is. That helps us find the other, which helps us find the third. Now the next problem that we're going to do, we're only going to do two examples. This is our first one. Now the next one we're going to do is quite a bit tougher. So the next problem looks like this. Negative x plus 3y, and I hope you guys are also writing this down, plus z is equal to negative 10. We have 3x plus 2y minus 2z is equal to 3. And then we have 2x minus y minus 4z is equal to negative 7. Now, this is the hard part. We have three equations now, all three having three variables. So, I'm going to number this line number 1, this line number 2, this line number 3. So what we're going to have to do is do elimination method with two of those lines. So I'm going to take the first line, so line 1 plus z equals negative 10, and I'm going to take the second line, 3x plus 2y minus 2z is equal to 3. Now, I'm going to choose a variable that I want to get rid of. So in this case, I'm going to actually try to get rid of the x value. I don't need to worry about the y or z. I just need to get rid of the x. So if this is positive 3, I need this to be negative 3, which means I have to multiply this whole row by 3. So now I get, let's move it over here, negative 3x plus 9y plus 3z is equal to negative 30. This one we can just rewrite the same way. Plus 2y minus 2z is equal to 3. Now when I add down, like we did in the elimination method, now when I add down, the x's get canceled out. I'm left with 11y plus z is equal to negative 27. Now notice here, I'm still stuck with two variables. So here's what you have to do. So we eliminated the x by using the first and second line. Now, I need to pick a different pair of lines and eliminate the x. So I'm going to use the first line again. Let's move it down here. Negative x plus 3y plus z is equal to negative 10. And instead of doing the second line, I'm going to do the third line with it. And you'll see why in a second. Okay, minus 4z is equal to negative 7. So now the same thing. We have to get rid of the x's. If you got rid of x's the first time, you have to get rid of x's the second time. So I'm going to multiply this row by 2. So that gives us negative 2x plus 6y plus 2z is equal to negative 20. And I'm going to rewrite the third row. Okay, so now when I add down, I get negative 2x plus 2x cancels out. I'm left with 5y minus 2z is equal to negative 27. Alright, so now I have two equations that won't write with y and z. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set those up. Again, each of these problems takes quite a bit of time. Expect these problems to take quite a few steps. So I'm going to line those two up. Equals negative 27. 5y minus 2z is equal to negative 27. Now we have to do the elimination method here using these two lines. So I look at 11 and 5. Those are kind of a little more difficult numbers to do than 1 and 2. So if I can get this to be a positive 2z, I can eliminate those. So I'm going to come here and multiply this row by 2. So it gives us 22y plus 2z is equal to negative 54. And then I have 5y minus 2z is equal to negative 27. Now when I add down, I get 27y is equal to negative 81. Now I can actually solve for y. Divide by 27, y is equal to negative 3. So there we go, we have our first variable. From there, you're going to plug into an equation that just has y and z. Don't plug into one that has x yet. So now we can solve for z. So I'm going to choose this line right here. 11y, so instead of saying y, we say 11 times negative 3 plus z is equal to negative 27. So that's negative 33 plus z is equal to negative 27, and I add the 33. Add 33. So that gives me z is equal to 6. So now we have two of the variables out of the three. So now we can actually, I'm going to use this top row to plug in y and z so we can solve for x. So we have negative x plus 3y, in this case y again is negative 3, plus z, or 6, equals negative 10. So here, negative x minus 9 plus 6 equals negative 10. Combine like terms, so that gives us negative 3. And two last steps here, add 3. So we have negative x is equal to negative 7, but we want our x's to be positive. So therefore we just change both sides, x equals 7. So now we solve for all three. So again, x is 7, y is negative 3, z is 6. And this would be our final answer. I know there's a lot of steps. I'm not going to give you too many of these problems to do for homework, but you do still need to know how to do the process. So, again, what I did, just to run through really quick, I just chose two equations, and I eliminated one of the variables, in this case x. I used line 1, line 2, eliminated the x. I need to do that with another pair, so I used equation 1 and equation 3, eliminate the x. Because now when I do that, I have these two equations that I brought over here, and I did the elimination method there as well, and that brought us down to y equals negative 3. Once I found that, I was able to plug back into an equation where there was just y and z. Solve for z, I got 6, and then I plugged the negative 3 for y, 6 for z, and I was able to get x by itself to find the x. So that is how you solve three linear equations, trying to find the correct x, y, and z for those. So good luck with that, and my question for you is, who won the 1994 NBA Finals MVP award? There you go. Who won the 1994 NBA Finals MVP award? You have to respond with that question. Email me or just write a comment here on this website. All right? Good luck.